This hat does not suit him.
One by one, the branches of the world's tree fell under their control.
You say world's tree, I say world tree. You say Yggdrasil, I say Gardasil.
You wish to stop at 9 realms.
There comes a point in time, my dear, when a warrior must lay down his sword and give up the fight.
Whether it's 9 realms, 9 cheeseburgers, or 9 flights of stairs, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to give up after you've completed the conquering.
You wanting me to give up the fight when that's all you ever raised me to do?
I learned it by watching you, Dad. Cliché.
You see, Father, without a fight, I'm no one.
Kids. Someone at Marvel looked at 14 million possible storylines and couldn't find one where Mjolnir wasn't murdered.
Whosoever wears this crown, should she know mercy, shall possess the power of Hela.
There's something like a few thousand people in the US named Mercy, so congrats on creating a huge loophole, Odin. Also, Odin forcing this crown to discriminate based on gender. Also, Odin is yet again allowed to engage in questionable parenting without someone calling the god of child protective services.
Rain. The miracle of nature that brings the sky down to earth.
Yeah, but it also ensures that tears from replicants are lost forever, so it has its downsides.
That power, it is not of this realm.
Reminding me that the MCU still hasn't told us where these rings come from. Continuing the Thorverse tradition of subverting our rainy fight scene expectations by making one of the combatants an inanimate object. Hela survives this.
I would be honored if you would join me for dinner.
Because of the power of Wenwu's boner.
Wedding day?
Skip.
Because I am not your father.
Crushing all the fanfic writers who have daddy issues with a single line. That's cruel, even by my standards. Hela's magnificent. Shame on Marvel for thinking that barely more than 20 minutes with his character would be anywhere near enough.
What, are you saying you know a way to get out of here?
It's super convenient that Morris 2D2 was just sitting around waiting to help a stranger on their hero's journey.
You assured me that which I seek was beyond this valley, and yet here we are, a dead end.
With or without her powers, I wouldn't have thought the goddess of death would be so deterred by trees.
There won't be a civilization in there for miles.
The person who followed the flying ass cheeks here suddenly has overwhelming confidence in their topographical knowledge of the area.
Run? What do you mean run? From what?
Wasting running time by asking running questions. BMW iX3 from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is apparently as fast as this horse, and I do not believe you.
Hela. She has fallen from my view.
Heimdall, you have fallen me asleep.
Also, my dad has this new girlfriend, Frigga. She's a dreadful woman.
Hela's one of the best and most badass parts of Thor Ragnarok, so naturally Marvel decided to give her tons of quips and jokes, and now child hates their stepmom tropes.
When it reaches its zenith, your training begins.
Title of my sex tape?
We have methods to ensure she won't betray us.
When your method is a dragon, you can just say, we have a dragon.
10 rings that could even destroy a god.
If such power indeed exists on Midgard, there's no telling what its people could be capable of.
If such power indeed exists on Midgard, it's odd that you're only finding out about it right now when the story needs you to take your place as the primary antagonist.
Just breathe, Hela. Just breathe.
Oh no, don't you dare get caught up in the touch, the slow and steady rush, and go on dragging Faith Hill into this.
Jiaozhi is the art of making something out of nothing.
But if you've given Hela paper, she doesn't have nothing. She has paper, which is definitely something. So the sin, as always, is that words actually have meaning.
Of finding infinite possibility in the blankest of canvases.
Marvel says this while simultaneously managing to find the blankest of possibilities in infinite canvases. Yes, in life the true struggle is not with your enemies, but with your laundry.
Father, why did you chain him?
So, Hela becomes evil because Odin refuses to walk her dog off leash. Got it.
What is it you hope to find at the end of your next great conquest?
Honestly, I'd just like my rent to stop going up every year. Oh, you were asking Hela. But still, housing prices, am I right?
Freedom. Freedom from control.
And just like that, all of Hela's bloodlust has been spray and washed away like the Sulsa stain in my one good shirt.
Everything in life pertains to our practice.
Does that everything include the 30 minutes I spent this morning beatboxing to the theme of Knight Rider? Because if that's the case, I'm well on my way to moving flower petals with my mind.
Odin terrorizes the countryside in my name. He seeks the 10 rings.
That's a pretty big leap. You saw one sky beam from miles away. I don't even know it's Odin, let alone what he's come to Midgard for. Did you read the script?
Make some dragon scales. Imbued with the strength to combat threats of untold mystical power.
Not since Rick Flag's seminal recitation of "This is Katana, she's got my back, I would advise not getting killed by her, her sword traps the souls of its victims," have I seen such masterful and subtle delivery of exposition.
Personally, I miss the dress though.
Is one of the 10 rings currently fastened elsewhere, constantly providing power to his boner?
Embrace me, daughter. I have come far to avenge your name.
1, this was weird. 2, having the keys to the Bifrost makes the distance traveled seem pretty irrelevant. 3, this was weird. Albeit animated, Marvel proves its own guilt by showing us that it does in fact know what a good fight scene looks like.
Fire knives.
The luck-based bullshit alchemy that made sure her ridiculous knives ablaze in fire line paid off.
Since when does my daughter pass on a chance to end her life?
It should be obvious that it was sometime after you sent her on a mission to befriend a person named Mercy. Do you not remember, or are you actually disappointed that your daughter learned the lesson you initially tasked her with learning? Instead of realizing that the return of her crown and the kick-ass light show are signs of a new and interesting development, Odin opts for one more chance to try and kill his daughter. Even with both eyes, you see only half the picture. Odin survives this. I mean, not only am I cool with his death at this point, but that was pretty freaking dramatic for something he can just shrug off like a punch.
Only from there can I unmake your empire. But when I'm finished, the 9 realms will know freedom.
The 9 realms would also like to know when you and your father are going to stop destabilizing their governments.
I gave peace a chance.
When the did that happen? Episode just showed us 20 minutes of Hela threatening to fight, training to fight, and then fighting.
My eyes, the goggles do nothing.
Knight Rider, a shadowy flank to the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. Michael Knight, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, in a world of criminals who operate above the law.
Wow, that's too high.
All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
That's gonna leave a mark.
The folds in a piece of paper.
It's more than a linear path.
Then show me.
Why don't you show me yours first?
When your mind is at peace,
It's a prism.
What the f*** was that?
the breath in your lungs.
Smell bad!
And when you dare to live the lessons, then you become
The prism.
Holy f***, I'm glowing!
I sent you here to learn, to grow, and in the end,
I was trying to kill you.